for Dr. J.
Click the like button.
Whether you like it or not.
Yeah, whether you like it or not, just click that like button. It doesn't hurt you. Hit subscribe so that we can get our numbers up and we don't have to be that fucking 40 character
equation
anymore.
It's very Einsteinian, really.
It is. I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson.
The secrets to the universe are in that equation.
I'm telling you. Check us out on Substack. New material is coming, I promise. It's been quite a few weeks, but we're going to get back on it.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It has. I haven't been able to do much because of everything else that's been going on. The end of a semester for a professor is awful.
Or in my case, with the case I'm dealing with now, it just keeps going because the student just won't let it die.
I had a similar case where they wanted to challenge their grade, but because I'm not returning to the other place, I don't have to do anything with it. My contract is over. My services are no longer required.
A year after
has ended.
A year after I left Ole Miss and I was at my new job at the time, I got a call from Ole Miss about a student challenging a grade. I'm like, I don't care what you do. I'm not there anymore.
Ask them, bail them. I don't care.
Just give them an A. Who cares? Consider it a parting gift.
So today's menu is a chocolate chip cookie.
It seems like a really, really good choice, given what we're talking about.
We're going to be talking about men's health.
Enjoy that cookie. Actually, it's not just one cookie. That's what makes this so good. It's two.
Yeah, you weren't supposed to say anything.
Oh, that I'm supposed to keep to myself? Men's health.
This is the second of two.
He hasn't eaten in 2 days. It's cool.
To be fair, we cooked last night and it was really good. We came up with something. We invented something and it's really good and it's good for you.
What is it?
It's this chicken plate that we came up with, and it's chicken breast, cooked in Italian dressing with peppers and onions.
Now here's the question. 20 years ago, did you ever envision yourself eating that? Think about it. Because when you're that young, you just eat whatever.
It's true.
You could eat like nuts and bolts and WD-40 and your body's going to process it.
Chug a quart of oil down with it, you know.
We got to lube it up.
You just said lube.
Yeah, I did. Men's health. It's a tough topic.
It is
because it's personal.
Well, we're getting into that stage in our life. Our bodies are changing dramatically.
Yes.
And we're having to do all these tests. Our colonoscopies are coming, buddy. They're right around the corner.
At least I've had them before.
I've never had one.
It's like the...
You know what else is coming? Prostate exam. We're within 5 years of that bitch. She's standing there with her glove and she is waiting.
Be gentle, Doc. This is my first time.
High blood pressure.
Yep.
I've had high blood pressure since my 30s.
I've never had cholesterol issues. Despite my thick middle, I've never had any health problems. Except my knee, and I'm not going in there for that because my insurance is going to be awful when I get knee surgery.
You know what my stepdad says about tummies? They're an investment.
We spent a lot of time on it.
You spent a lot of time and a lot of money on it.
This took a lot of work.
It did.
I mean, I didn't get this way by not eating at all. You know. I mean, I'm not eating ice cream for breakfast. I've thought about it, but you know.
Dad is great. Give us chocolate cake.
It's scary. And it goes back to something we talked about months ago now, which is the midlife crisis.
Yeah,
And that's where this shit comes from.
it does.
Because when you start getting these tests, it's your body's way of telling you something that you've never had to think about before.
Yeah.
That one day, you are not going to be here anymore. And you start to experience that sense of mortality. And the tests just remind you that you are, in fact, not going to live forever. And that part sucks. Just getting a test is no big deal. A test because your body is like, okay, we're halfway through here, and
Yeah.
if you
Well-
live to be 90,
Well, it's not just that. It's eyesight too, because I've recently joined the 4-Eye Club
that's right.
with progressive lenses, which are a fancy way of saying bifocals. So yeah, it's yeah. I told my son what Jacob always tells you on your birthday.
Happy birthday, Dad. You're 1 year older, and death is coming soon. Every year, that little bastard. Every year. And he's going to pass it on to the 9-year-old. I just know it.
Yeah.
And then and I'll probably get phone calls and texts from Jacob when he's in college.
Well, because I told mine, he's probably going to start doing that shit to me. Congratulations, Dad. You're one year closer to death. Oh.
Thanks, kid.
Thanks, kid. No, I think now, there's no wood around here. That's not wood.
There is no wood. There's a
no
tree.
wood. I'm not going to get up and go knock on a tree.
It would look kind of weird.
It would look stupid. Might as well go over there and hug the son of a bitch.
Or chain yourself to it.
Tree huggers. Now, in my case, I've gotten lucky in that they have caught everything before it's become a major problem. I know I've talked on the beta files about my my heart disease, but I'm sorry, I'm trying to multitask here and it's not working well.
No problem. It's all good.
About my heart disease, but like I said, they've caught everything before it's become a major problem. And that's what we run into now. So I've been through what I'm going through right now, only to a lesser degree when I was in my early 30s when they discovered it.
You started early.
Yeah. Yeah, and they've been on it ever since.
Well, as a result, I think your case is interesting.
How so?
Well, because you had to process your mortality at a younger age than most of us do.
Yeah.
Like, I was in my 30s, I didn't worry about it. I started thinking about it about 5 years ago, when I was standing in the dining room.
Right.
And I hurt my back, which is fine until you realize that all I was doing was standing.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, I was in agony. I didn't lean over to pick anything up. I didn't lift anything heavy. I was just standing there, and all of a sudden, ow. So you were an unusual case in that you started this early. I did start dealing with mental illness at a younger age.
Yeah.
And rather than, I was thinking about my mortality too, but I was thinking about my mortality in terms of, if I drink enough, I will end all of this and just die, which is what I wanted anyway.
Well, okay, so let's talk about that too, because it's not just, it's what I did to my body when I was drinking.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know how much I've talked about this on either one of the podcasts, but I'm a recovering alcoholic.
It hasn't come up yet.
No, it hasn't, has it?
That I know of. I don't remember this conversation. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I did some serious damage to my body with that. And probably a lot of, and this is what she and I were talking about, after I got the results from the latest test, a lot of this is probably from that block of years where I just went blitz.
And there were lots of them.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is. And you think about all the stuff that's actually in liquor. You know? Yeah, it contributes a lot.
In small doses, it's not toxic.
No.
In the doses you were taking.
Well, I was high functioning.
Yeah.
I was drinking a lot every day.
Your body didn't know that.
No, my body thought I was not drinking enough, and it wanted more and more and more and more and more. It's a miracle I'm alive right now.
I think substance abuse is a part of it for a lot of people, though.
Yeah.
Though I think, and there's a difference between substance abuse and addiction. Because once I got treated for the bipolar disorder, I stopped drinking.
Right.
If I were an alcoholic, I would not be able to stop drinking as fast as I did without any kind of supervision or help. Because I just didn't need it anymore. I mean, I still drink now, and 4 or 5 times a year, I'll just get completely tore up. But had I been an alcoholic, there would have been no stopping.
Last night I drank Coke out of a wine glass.
What was that like?
Well, the cocaine hit pretty hard. Kidding. No, it was cool. It was just, we were being funny. We were being silly. So, wine glasses do a lot for a dinner. Not wine glasses.
So alcoholism, heart disease, what else you got going on?
Diabetes runs strong in my family, on mother's side.
But that hasn't come out yet.
I've been borderline for a while. It's got that going.
I've never been checked for that.
I have eczema, but I've had eczema my whole life. It's, well, the AIDS, I mean.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding! No AIDS.
That we know of.
Yeah. Jared has AIDS.
Okay.
You got a smiley face today.
I don't know who did that.
It actually says berry thing with a smiley face. You've been demoted from a heart to a smile.
I don't know that she's the one who did it. I think the other one did.
Yeah, that's another new one. We're getting all kinds of new baristas.
Yeah, we are.
But
So-
our squirrel is still there.
Yes. Thank God. I love her. She's wonderful.
She's awesome. You didn't care much for her at first. She's kind of grown on you, hasn't she?
She's a, and this is not a bad thing, and hopefully she'll keep it as she gets older,
Yeah.
but she's so happy.
Yeah.
And when I meet someone that happy, I'm like, this isn't real.
And very outgoing.
Right. It's not real. And I've met people like that, and sometimes it's not real. In her case, this is just who she is.
Yeah.
She's actually that happy and that nice at the same time.
Yeah.
And that shit does not happen very often.
No.
Yeah, I think about what's coming up. Little things your body reminds you of, like, oh, all of a sudden my knee is hurting, or my back is hurting, or in my case, my eyesight's getting worse, but I can't fix it.
Yeah.
I tried on a pair of reading glasses that my aunt wears. I thought I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
There's no fixing that. And so I think about that, and I think about, well, where am I going to be in 30 years? Am I going to need a service dog? I don't know what that's going to look like, but I don't recall as a younger person ever thinking about these issues.
No.
And I knew older people, and so I should have known, well, this is going to happen to me one day. But you just never make that connection when you're in your 20s. You think you're going to live forever.
In my case, I thought about the heart disease a lot because it runs deep, right?
It's in your family.
There was always a fear. I'm on borrowed time, right? So that did go through my mind. All this other shit, no. It's funny, a student made the comment one day that it was their birthday. It was like their 19th birthday, and they said, yeah, I'm getting old. And I'm like, no. When you get up in the morning and you hear yourself get up, that's when you're getting old.
In my case, every night before I go to sleep, I have to pop my ankle, and then I can finally rest.
Right.
Because it gets all tight and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do with this information.
I got up the other day and stretched, and you thought it was, I made the comment, it sounded like fucking Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, pop.
So this is where we are.
Yeah.
How does it change you knowing this?
Well, it changes, the most important thing, in my case, it changes the diet.
Yes.
And I promise you right now, by this point in the podcast, there's already been a discussion about how I'm not going to have chocolate chip cookies anymore.
Oh God, that's right. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
I threw you under the bus.
I was eating one when we got on here, so.
Yeah, but I didn't have to mention the second.
I had one yesterday. No, it's okay. You're already in trouble over the fried chicken.
I don't even drive. What did it sound like? I said, hey, I'm going to make you go to Mrs. Winters and get fried chicken.
Well, I was asked whose idea was this. It was my idea. And he let you.
So maybe I don't want to see her again. First thing she'll ask, what did you do?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you do, Ray?
I was just there. I mean, I could have said something, but my mouth was full of chicken tenders.
There you go.
Or you shouldn't do this.
We watched Ghostbusters the other day. Oh, love that movie. No, yeah, so diet is big, and I've already changed my diet significantly.
What about exercise?
Yeah, and we came up with a way to do exercise without having to go to a gym.
Oh, good.
Dance lessons. We're going to go to dance lessons.
Like learn to tango and shit?
Why not?
Okay, I got this image in my head.
Oh, shut up, dude.
It's fantastic. Seeing you with a fucking rose in your mouth and shit. Okay, so you've changed your diet.
Changed my diet.
With the help of your friend.
Yes.
Because you had not done that yet.
Actually, I had.
Oh, had you?
I've changed my diet. Okay, so when I was first diagnosed at 32, I changed my diet drastically. And then over the years, I've gone backwards a few times.
Everyone relapses.
Since the new year, my diet has been slowly improving. And then my last checkup, we shifted gears. And now we're going to shift gears again as soon as we find out what all's going on.
Good.
So. And this is going to come up.
Well, it's bound to be a part of the conversation.
Well, and I've already been told that that conversation is going to happen.
I know you're looking forward to that one.
Yeah. But also walking. You know, it's not dancing's not the only thing. It's walking. Do more walking.
I got to tell you, despite me being overweight, when I went into the doctor, oh man, it's been a few years ago now, and this is actually going to be a challenge because I'm living near everything over here.
Yeah.
They checked my numbers. They're like, my heart oxygenation rate was like at 98%. Mm-hmm. No cholesterol issues, no insulin issues, no blood pressure issues. I said, I'm overweight by like 50 pounds.
Yeah. I
should be having these problems. She said, well, what are you doing that you think might be keeping you from getting these issues? I said, well, I walk between 5 and 10 miles a week. She said, that's exactly why.
Yeah.
Because you walk all the time. And she said, you know, it's not healthy that you're eating the way you are,
yeah.
but you are keeping yourself from getting in trouble with just, I'm not talking about weightlifting, I'm not talking about heavy cardio work, I'm not talking about jogging, So you're right. Just the walking.
Yeah.
A mile,
quite a bit.
2 miles a day. Just get out and walk.
Mm-hmm.
And that changes everything. So at least in that, I was ahead of the curve. So you've changed your diet, you're changing your exercise, you're going to start dance lessons, you're going to walk.
Yep.
What else? I mean, those are the big ones.
Those are big ones. Well, the smoking.
And that's coming.
I'm not ready.
I don't think anybody is.
You gotta be. And it goes back to the drinking. I gotta want it.
Yeah, that's true.
This is well, I don't want to say it's an older habit. Because it's not an older habit than drinking was. Well, it is now.
Because you've been smoking longer than you've been drinking.
Well, now I have. I've been sober for 4 years. I started drinking when I was 15. I didn't start smoking until I was 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So now I've been smoking longer than I've been drinking.
Most of the people I know in recovery
drinking.
smoke
Yeah.
with alcohol.
Yeah.
Not with other drugs, but with alcohol. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to choose your poison and that's why people don't give it up. It's hard enough giving up alcohol without giving up cigarettes too.
Yeah.
No, that's a good conversation to have. It's not fun, but it's a good conversation to have. So yeah, your whole life, man, has changed in some significant ways over the past few years.
Yeah, dramatically.
Do you feel healthier? Like, do you feel different?
Since then? Since I stopped drinking?
Since you stopped drinking, yeah.
Yeah.
And changing the diet again.
Yeah. I mean, I've lost. I went from 208 to 180 since January.
That's a lot of weight.
Since December.
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Whenever I do intermittent fasting and I just eat less, I lose weight like that.
Yeah. So.
Figure my diet will start changing again once I'm in a relationship.
Yeah. It always does.
Either for the better or for the worse.
That's who you get. If you get a Betty Crocker, God help us.
Yeah, I don't think the people I've been interested in are of the Betty Crocker variety.
Could end up with a Jenny Craig.
They're a little too job oriented. They work all the time. The people I've had an interest in.
So you're going to end up with a Wendy.
Maybe. Which is, again, that's, I mean, well, I don't know. I mean, they eat healthier than I do, but it would be hard not to. I mean, I'm not a healthy eater.
Well, look at the person who does the shopping for you.
Yeah. Well, that's going to stop soon.
Yeah.
And I can start eating more salads and stuff.
Yeah.
I like salad. There's no problem with salad. You know, that's fine. Whatever.
I love salads.
I'm a big fan. I never thought I would say that because I just never had to think about it before. Mm-hmm. And now, every time I eat something I shouldn't, I'm like, why am I better off for having eaten that thing? Am I actually happy after having eaten that thing? And the answer is, not at all, no. Was I happy while eating the thing? Yes.
It didn't have bacon.
It didn't have bacon. A Swiss roll wrapped in bacon. No, there you go.
There you go. Oh.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I can hear my heart clogging up as I say it.
I drove by Biscuitville. I said, Biscuitville's done, isn't it? Yeah. Then she stopped, she said, no, wait a minute, they've got grilled chicken. I'm like, oh
Biscuitville is done.
Biscuitville's done.
Grilled chicken is a lie.
I don't get grilled chicken.
Well,
when I go to Biscuitville.
Well, yeah, but you'll eat it on a salad.
Yeah. Yeah, grilled chicken on a salad, but not a grilled chicken. I can't deal with the grilled chicken sandwich. I feel like I'm eating cardboard.
Do you have to, and I ask, because this is new to me, being someone who's living on their own now, Does it take a lot of extra time to like prep your food and shit now that you're eating better?
Yeah.
Do you prep like days in advance? I mean, these are things I think about.
It depends.
Like cook the chicken and then over the course of the week put it in the salad?
Yeah. Now, okay, so my old routine, cook several meals on Sunday and then eat off of them the rest of the week. And you don't have to cook during the week.
Wow.
So you just spend like an entire afternoon just cooking and putting it in the fridge and then just eating off of it throughout the week, and you don't have to worry about cooking during the week. You're just reheating.
You know, my soon-to-be ex would do that sometimes. She would cook for the week. Then sometimes she wouldn't.
Yeah.
And those were Bojangles days.
Bojangles. No more Bojangles.
So what are you allowed to eat now? Plants.
Plants.
So if you decided to eat some of that
Right
while you're
now,
on camera, it should be cool.
Right now, I voluntarily cut out red meat. So, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Not even on a salad.
No. Not right now. Not until we find out what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
You've made an interesting friend.
No, I did that.
Okay.
That was me. I made that choice. So I'm looking at chicken right now.
What about
Lots of
fish?
chicken breast.
You can eat fish,
I eat fish.
but not fried.
Nope. Not naughty seafood. Good seafood.
Like grilled salmon or something?
Yeah.
Well, grilled salmon's good.
Grilled or baked. That's what you're looking at. No fried. Wow. I'm betraying my southern roots.
I think okay, yeah, so now you bring up culture and how,
Yeah, it's hard to be healthy in the South.
well, it's getting, I think, easier because I don't know if this is all Gen X, but Gen X men tend to be more conscious about what they eat than their parents were.
Yeah.
And I see it in my mom who she cooks this food and it's amazing, but it's like, there is nothing about this meal that is healthy except there are proteins and vegetables, but they've been cooked in gravy and...
Well, look at the generation they grew up in. They grew up in meat and potatoes.
They did. And I'm a big fan, but that is not a sustainable solution
No.
for much longer for someone like me. Because at a certain age, it's like, okay, so congratulations, you're walking 10 miles a week. You still, have the heart of an 80-year-old.
At 50.
At 50.
Yeah.
That's coming. The last time I was at the doctor, she said, so tell me how much exercise you're not doing. Well, I'm still walking, Doc.
I saw my eye doctor in my early to mid 30s, and he told me by the time you hit 40, that's what's going to happen. I've always been farsighted, right? But my eyes were making up the difference. But the muscles were starting, he told me, the muscles are getting tired. Eventually they're going to go on vacation.
Permanently.
Yeah. So it's going to go in and out. He said, by 40, you're going to notice the difference. Son of a bitch. He was right. I held off for 4 years. Fought it. And here we are. And that's really everything in our body. That's just an example of, and we're talking about men's bodies. We're not even going to try and talk about women's bodies.
Well, no, women in some ways have it much harder.
Yeah.
Because they go through the change of
change,
life, right?
yes.
And that is and I've seen it with dear friends of mine who've gone through the change, who are menopausal, and they go through, women go through hell.
Oh, I know.
And for us, it's not so bad.
No, we just get a Corvette out of it.
We do. And an affair.
Really?
And an affair.
And an affair with a secretary.
That's right. That reminds me, I've got to get a secretary.
You gotta get a secretary.
So no, this is just about men. That's why it's not because we have a bias against talking about women. It's just I have a frame of reference, but I'm not going to speak to how a woman's body changes when I in fact am not a woman. It doesn't seem right. So no, yeah, your body gets tired. It's winding down. You know, we're now on the second half of our lives.
Yeah. That's why they call it the midlife, right?
Yeah, it's the midlife.
And this is where we get serious. And I think what's interesting, especially for men, is we're forced into making these life changes, or we're dead.
Or we're dead.
Or we die. You know, you keep doing those things and you're going to die. Now it's time to change. You got another half to go. You had your fun. All those Big Macs. Those Whoppers.
Crunchwrap Supremes.
Crunchwrap Supremes. I'm going to miss Taco Bell.
Well,
I love running to the border.
There's lettuce and tomatoes.
Technically, there was a study several years ago. Technically, Taco Bell is the healthiest fast food restaurant out there.
As compared to, though.
But you're looking at the competition here, right?
Yeah.
You got, as I was told recently, the redheaded bitch. You got the Golden Arches.
Hardee's.
You got the Hardee's, yeah. And Hardee's has just gone all in. Let's just give you a heart attack.
Well, and Arby's too. They practically advertise the skull and crossbones when they say we have the meats. I mean, exactly. They're just kind of telling you up front, here are all the things you love that are also going to kill you.
Yeah, come get it.
Yeah, enjoy yourself.
Or it's actually an ingenious marketing plan, because you still have men our age and older who are just stubborn. And then you've got the younger ones. The younger ones are like, well, I'm going to live forever. So I can go and have, like, you know, what was the one deal from Hardee's a couple years ago? It was like a double burger, hot dog, French fries, and some kind of sweet, like a cookie or something.
Oh, God.
And it wasn't just a double burger, it's like a monster burger or some shit like that. I mean, the monster burger itself, it was campaigned like, you know, what was it? Well, they called it, originally it was the $6 burger, remember?
I do.
And then they changed it to the monster burger. And it was advertised to be like the unhealthiest fucking burger out there. Come get it.
They actually advertised it this way?
Yeah. We're going all out. This is the most unhealthy sandwich you can get. You know you want it.
Well, the problem is you can't eat things like that once in a while because your body craves it.
Yeah. I know.
So you end up eating it all the time.
You know what I thought about the other day? Fuck a double cheeseburger from McDonald's. I haven't had one of those in years.
It's been a long time. And I've never had a Big Mac my entire life.
Really?
Never.
I've had a few.
I think the third bun freaks me out. I mean, who puts a bun in the sandwich?
I get it without the special sauce, so I guess I'm missing out.
You mean the Thousand Island?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
It's Thousand Island. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, shit.
Gaffigan with the Hot Pocket, when they came out with the breakfast Hot Pocket. It's like, now you can have a Hot Pocket for breakfast, Hot Pocket for lunch, be dead by dinner.
And he does the weird Hot Pocket voice.
Yeah. Hot Pocket. I love when he talks about how they came up with that. Bill, what have you got? Hot Pocket. You're a genius, my friend. Not as good as your by Menon, but you're a genius. What are we going to do in Mexico? Caliente Pocket. You have a gift, my friend. I love Gaffigan.
Well, and but again, how old is he?
Yeah.
Right? I mean, is he our age or in his 50s?
He's getting close to 50s.
He gets it.
Well, and most of his, it's funny because if you listen to it, and I think that's why I enjoy him now. He's talking about things that I get, and he's joking about things that happen to me.
He talks about parenting life. He talks about married life. He talks about
the middle age
and men's health.
Yeah.
He talks about men's health
a lot. Yeah.
And this is a guy who's never missed a meal, so he knows.
Yeah.
He knows what this is. Mm-hmm. He's lived it. He's probably living very differently now.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I suspect the next relationship I'm in, I will be much healthier as a result of it.
Yeah.
Because that person's not going to want me to die. Like your friend doesn't want you to die. So
right.
That means these are the changes that are coming. You don't have to like it, but I have a feeling that it's like exercise. Once you get into the routine of eating the right food,
yeah,
deciding to eat something unhealthy, you don't feel your best afterward. You probably have had this experience.
Yeah.
When you've eaten fried chicken, it's like, why did I do that? Boy, that was a mistake.
Actually, no, I've never felt that way with fried chicken.
But never mind. I was going somewhere and you undermined it. It's fine, whatever.
Sorry. Sorry, it's just, if we're going to be honest with the listeners here, I have never felt bad after eating fried chicken.
Does your body tell you though?
No.
Wow. So that's a myth.
I'm trying to think. I don't know if there is a food out there that has made me. Now, after what's coming up, yeah, when I shift big gears. Because here's the thing: the diet I'm on right now, or supposed to be on, is a Mediterranean style diet, right?
Chickpeas.
Yeah, well, more than just chickpeas, But there's a lot of vegetables. So, a lot of fresh vegetables.
Of course.
And so, your body gets used to that. When you take those fresh vegetables away from me for a while, and I'm talking like a while, not like a couple days, but a while, my body kind of reacts.
How?
It just doesn't feel as good.
Start to kind of feel tired, sluggish.
Yeah. So.
It's like exercise.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get used to it, man, you take it away, your body's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
Give us the exercise back.
So one of the things that we talked about was, for a minute, and we were doing it for a minute, we've kind of gotten off track the past couple weeks, but I think outside circumstances have dictated that. But for a minute, we were having 2 or 3 salads a week for dinner.
With the chicken?
I would have chicken. Now, I would have steak on a couple of them, but that was before I decided, okay, I need to cut out the red meat for a minute.
Just until you find out what's going on.
What's going on. So, I still get pizza.
You're allowed.
I haven't had that taken away from me yet.
Well, now that you've said it out loud, I think
No, we've talked about it.
Why pizza?
You can make a pizza decent.
Especially if it's real Italian pizza.
Yeah. So,
like a margarita pizza.
Like what?
I don't know, it's a cheese, it's all vegetables, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it's actually Italian, not an American pizza.
Right.
So everything is fresh. Everything. So when you eat it, you're like, this is actually not bad for me. What is going on here?
Well, and something I discovered yesterday. So yesterday I didn't drink much water at all. And I was really run down. So that's why I've been drinking a lot of water today.
Kind of make up for the fact you didn't?
Make up for the fact that I didn't yesterday. Because the amount of coffee I drink. And we've gone in and we've tweaked the coffee too, where we're doing half calf, half decaf. When we make our coffee in the morning. This is the only fully caffeinated coffee I'll probably have today.
Well, no caffeine's not really the answer either. I mean, that's...
No, I haven't had espressos in years. And the only time I get an actual espresso is when they make an Americano, but they're watering it down so much.
Yes, they are. Well, they kind of have to. Espresso's a strong thing.
Mm-hmm. So, but an actual espresso, like sitting down and having an espresso, I haven't done that in years. I cut that out a long time ago. And I cut sodas out for a few years too. Like I didn't have any sodas for years. And here recently, I've gotten to where I've started drinking Coke again, but not significant amounts. Like you're talking a Coke a day.
Yeah. I've got a family member who drinks like 8 a day.
Yeah.
And that's...
Well, and that's my son. Like when I was, which is funny because when I was his age, that's all I drank was soda.
Wow.
Soda and tea. And coffee.
And again, at his age...
He can do that shit.
Yeah.
I can do that shit.
The hard part is that for kids like yours and mine, their metabolism is not going to stay this ramped up forever. And then their body's going to say, and hopefully Gen Z will figure it out sooner than we did.
Yeah.
Because we're figuring it out sooner than our parents did.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got this one thing. It keeps hooking the top of my nose. And so I'm having to look in the camera to see where it is so I can pull it back. I'm getting my hair did today, thank God. But yeah, I think those kids, the millennials took it a little too far. It became a fashion statement for them.
Eating healthy.
Yeah. Their fucking avocado fucking obsession.
Oh, that's just not healthy. Well, okay, it is healthy. Avocado is actually really good for you. But
yeah, but
it's really fatty, but it's good fat.
It's the obsession they have with it.
I hate avocado so much.
And designer everything, you know? Designer coffee, designer bread, designer water.
Our friend at work, the Canadian, talks about things being artisanal.
Yeah.
When I talked about grading by hand, he's like, ah, yes, artisanal grading.
Yeah.
Only done by hand.
Yes. But I think the Z's are looking at it more, this just makes sense. They're very common sense generation.
They are.
Most of them.
They are. Except for the really smart ones, like my 17-year-old, and he's brilliant, but he's dumb as a post.
Yeah. Well, that's my oldest one.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've got one. If you've got a smart kid in your house, chances are he's also dumb.
Yeah.
Not a lick of common sense.
Yeah.
But they've seen the world, so they know.
I've seen shit that'll turn you white.
Oh my God.
Delivering pizzas in Walnut Cove. It's the hood, Dad. No, it's Walnut Cove, dude. This is not the hood.
So I don't know, man. I mean, I can see it coming, which is why I'm trying to make, again, intermittent fasting is a part of it.
Yeah.
And if I do intermittent fasting enough, I mean, I'm eating,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm trying to eat less, plus the intermittent fasting, plus no sodas.
Yeah.
Because when I give up soft drinks, my cousin left like a 6-pack of Coke in my refrigerator a month and a half ago.
Right.
And I just look at it like, why are you even here? I just could not care less.
Why are you here? What is your purpose in life?
I mean, I prefer water, because when I drink water, I feel better. Like one night I drank most of my water for the day about 5 hours before I went to bed. I jumped out of bed the next day. I'm like, holy crap, I feel really great, you know.
Oh, we got off this. We got to get back on it. We were drinking, and Maylee told me this years ago. She said, I have a glass of water before I do anything else. Well, as soon as I get up, I get a glass of water, and then I get my coffee and all this. And I tried it for a while, and it made me feel good. And then I stopped doing it. And I mentioned it to her, and I said, we ought to try it. And we did it for a while, and we were both feeling better.
And then you kind of stopped?
And just kind of stopped. We need to start doing it again.
It's a magic elixir.
You don't even need that much. Just get a tumbler.
Just a little water.
Just drink that before you do anything else. Clears everything out.
Water before bed too, man.
Nature's elixir, man.
Yep.
There's a reason why it's here.
Well, yeah.
Whether you believe in God or you believe in the primordial ooze, water's here for a reason.
Or in my case, both.
Right.
The primordial ooze god. Good going, God.
Good going, God.
So this is not an easy subject, as we've talked around it a lot.
Yeah. No, it's not an easy subject because it, again, going back to what you said, it's weird.
It is weird.
We're discussing our mortality. And basically the Band-Aid is going to take to get us there. Get us to the end. It's amazing because since I've gotten these glasses, I can read my watch. I get the text messages on my watch and I can actually read it now instead of having to do this shit. And guess at it. I think they said that they're fine or there's a fire. I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to go with fine and hope for the best. I'm fine or I'm on fire. I'm fine. We'll go with that.
That sounds better.
But now I can actually read it. It's cool.
So they're fine. They're not on fire.
No. I was just saying that was, example of what I was having to deal with because you can, and then when you get here, you're looking at an angle, so then everything's just fucked up. But now I can actually watch it or read it the way it's supposed to be read. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, enjoy it.
So, yeah. But yeah, I think, I'm going to enjoy it.
Well, and men, as a rule, do not like talking about their health. And
we were taught that.
Yeah, and we were taught by looking at our grandparents and our grandfathers and fathers, don't go to the doctor. Yeah. And I still have a hard time going to the doctor, hence my knee. I probably should go and say, something's up with this. But then I remember, I'll owe $10,000.
That changed when I was in my early 30s. That changed for me.
Well, it had to.
When they diagnosed me, that's my attitude towards the doctor was, okay, I've got to deal with this now. If I want to live, I'm going to have to deal with these people. So it did change for me. Yeah, your knee's going to cost you $10,000, but what's the price of a life, Jason?
Well, I can just hobble everywhere.
Get a cane.
Get a cane.
Blind man with a cane.
Not that kind of cane. But I do want a cane, like a shillelagh or something. That way, if I'm in an alley and someone starts to corner me, I can just beat the hell out of them with it. Or a sword cane.
There you go. Or one with a gun, like in James Bond.
Everyone needs a Q in their life.
00 Jason.
Yeah. No, the mortality thing stings, and I think it's harder for people like you and me. I don't know if you want to mind me talking about that or not.
Go ahead.
Whose fathers have been gone for a while.
Yeah.
I mean, mine was suicide, so it's a little different. But he wasn't healthy. I mean, he really wasn't. He was.
He's in his 60s, right?
He was. Let's see. He was 2014. Yeah. He would have been 65 had he made it to August. He was 64. And his was a suicide, but again, he was having heart problems, mental health issues, alcoholism, and he wasn't eating right. And when you combine the alcoholism with a poor diet, and you've seen this, I mean, the combination is disastrous.
Yeah. And
it probably exacerbated the mental illness. So had he had a better diet, we might still have him here today. I mean, that's not a better diet and water change your brain on a physiological level.
Yeah.
And when you're eating healthy and drinking water, you feel better. And as a result of feeling better, the mental illness is not something uncontrollable.
Mm-hmm.
And in his case, you just add it all up. And he always felt tired, sluggish. Plus he had testosterone issues. We haven't talked about that.
Yeah, testosterone issues.
That's coming
starts
too.
to pop up at our age.
That's coming.
Yeah.
And he even told me, he said, because he got the shot, and he said, I went to the doctor, I had no idea what was wrong. I'm like, I feel tired all the time. I have no motivation. I don't really want to see my kid or my grandkids. I just don't care. And the doctor said, it sounds like you've got testosterone problems.
Right.
Turns out that's exactly what it was. He felt better immediately after the shot. It didn't take long at all. Some of that's probably, the placebo effect, but a lot of it is actually it does help.
Yeah.
So I see that coming. I mean, that's inevitable.
Yeah. And muscle control.
And muscle control.
Just gonna leave it at that.
Yeah.
Well, and there are other issues that we start to run into at our age.
Such as?
Ed.
Oh, yes.
Good old Ed.
Erectile dysfunction.
I was gonna leave it at Ed.
Yeah, well, I'm spelling it out.
We don't need to. We'll just call him Ed.
Uncle Ed.
Uncle Ed.
Well, and the worst part about that, and so this is the psychological effect of your body in decline, is you start thinking about your own masculinity.
Yeah.
If I can't do that, if I can't get it up,
I'm worthless.
Yeah, I'm worthless, and it's a scary thing.
It is a scary thing.
That am I less of a man than I used to be because I'm having trouble,
down there.
And that's horrifying. So not only are you dealing with your mortality, you're also dealing with your masculinity.
Yeah, and your worth.
And your worth.
Okay, and then coming back, our economic worth, we're getting to this age, we are getting to the point where if something happens career-wise, we are going to struggle to start a new career.
There's an age at which you become almost unhireable.
Yeah.
And now we're very lucky.
Yeah.
In that our job, as long as we don't embezzle, punch a student in the face, or sleep with a student, we're probably going to be all right. In a classroom. That's not anything we've ever heard of before. We're just, it's a hypothetical situation.
Hypothetical situation.
What if a professor, say, happened to sleep with a student in the classroom?
Yeah.
I think you're just asking for trouble at that point.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. More trouble than the office, but,
Yeah.
I was explaining it to her one day. I was like, I can't even close my door.
No.
Male or female student, my door has to stay open.
It is. Men have to be
very careful.
Very careful in the current climate.
Yeah. Well, not just current climate. That's been around for a minute.
I mean, whenever I started teaching, I would. This was probably.
Now, those professors that have the grad students, they're starting to crack down on them.
Oh,
finally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they should.
Yeah.
It creates partiality problems.
Yeah.
But whenever I was at Ole Miss during my my grad work, I would have students come over to the house like in groups, and we'd study together.
Yeah.
I would never dare do that today.
No.
Ever.
No, and I had a professor at Appalachian. He would get all his students together, but we always went to a public place.
Well, that's safe. That's fine.
He would never invite us to his house.
The culture since I was
One of my grad professors was like that. You never go to his house.
Well, we know why now.
Yeah.
But even when I was teaching, the language that was used when I was in grad school was having a relationship with a student is discouraged.
Yeah.
Not forbidden.
Discouraged.
Discouraged. Now it's just forbidden, and it should be forbidden.
Yep.
It should be something you don't even consider doing under any circumstances ever. So in that regard, it's improved.
Mm-hmm.
in that regard, it's improved markedly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I don't have the answer to any of this except say drink a lot of water, eat healthy, live longer. I mean, it's and go get your testosterone levels checked.
Yeah.
I've never done it. I probably should because I feel tired, which is diet, but also possibly it's like I don't know that I want to find out.
Right.
Because, you know, as stupid as it sounds, we attach a lot to that.
We do.
We shouldn't, but there's something there.
So we'll end on a bright note.
Please do.
One good thing about, well, there are several good things about being our age, but one good thing about being our age and going through this, we have been preparing for this our whole lives. So we know what's going on. So that gives us, we're entering the wisdom age.
Well,
we are the wise ones.
The thing I like about being this particular age, and you've kind of mastered this, and then some, is we have hit a point in our lives where we could not care less what others think of us.
Yeah.
I mean, the joke I tell people when someone gets angry at me, it's like, I got enough friends. I don't need another one. I mean, I've got really close friends.
Yeah.
If that person doesn't like me, that really is at any point, no point, that's not my problem. I don't care. And that's liberating because when you're in your 20s, you want to be liked.
Yeah.
Badly.
You get embarrassed easily.
You get embarrassed easily.
We don't get embarrassed anymore.
Not at 45 or 44. I couldn't care less. It's great.
Well, I did that. Or as Chandler said,
That
happened. Where's the live by? That happened.
I actually like this age because the whole conversation sounds negative, but I wouldn't want to be younger again. Like you talk to people about how they wish they could go back. Why would you want to go back? What's wrong with what you're doing right now? Because if you're not happy with your life right now, you're doing something wrong. You know.
I used to say, I wish I could be 19 again. Then I think about the year that I was 19, that whole year. That was not one of my best marks, Jason. That was a bad year for me in life experience. Looking back on it, that was not a good one.
But when you're longing for the past, you don't think of it that way. You see the good stuff, but I don't think going back would be fun. You know, being disabled in the 90s was awful.
Yeah.
I mean, it was awful because I was not treated like a normal person. I was treated lesser than somehow. Whereas now, people are pretty cool with it.
Well, and we've also reached an age in our life where we appreciate the little things. You don't appreciate the little things when you're a kid. You're younger. Because you're focused on the big things.
Well, yeah, and I think many of us, for better or for worse, have lost our marriages that we had since when we were in our 20s.
Or 30s.
Or 30s.
Or 40s.
I was or 40s. Wasn't going to speak for you, but okay. You want to go there? That's fine. I can be picky now.
Yeah.
And I can be more thoughtful about choosing someone to spend my life with now. And that's liberating.
Yeah.
So having said all that, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
You know, overweight notwithstanding, I mean, I'm pretty happy with where my life is going. I need more salads.
So lesson here, children, enjoy your chocolate chip cookies.
All two of them.
I'm the barber, that's Dr. J. Peace.
Now it's time for Dr. J.